Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of the Iora Covenant. Last episode, I was just going to go kind of recapping what we went through in the passage of time, you know, with the video issues. Peace throughout the galaxy. Actually, not really. No, other empires are at war, but at least peace within our empire currently. And we haven't had any issues with our neighbor, besides that one incident we had with our fleet movements here in this system. But things are good. Things are good. I'm going to be moving our cooperative fleet out of these guys' space. I'm going to put them in closer territory to us. So I'm thinking I'm going to plug them in this system, just so if we need to go to war, we can pretty much jump right into their space, and that will be our first. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That's where my other fleet is. Huh? Apparently, I already had that in mind for different fleets. So I'm not going to put both fleets in the same region. So let's see. Where am I going to put them? I don't want to put them way over here because then it would take a long time to get over there. I guess maybe not that long of a time, but you know what? I'll put them in the Sapid system. No, actually, use the Sapid system right here. I'm going to use the Sapid system to be one of my major fleet production fleets. So I don't want them to get confused. So yeah, I'll put those guys in orbit around this planet, Harmony. Upgrade fleet to latest designs. I'm not sure how that works. I'm actually kind of curious how that works with I'm kind of curious how that works when it's
Construction complete.
Sorry. I'm not sure how it works when it's a Federation and fleet, whether or not. Yep, construction complete. So I've got my construction ship. I'm just gonna move past that thought because I've got a couple things going on right now. So I'm gonna be building some militaries buildings in our space here. I'm just gonna pause this very quickly, and just to kind of build military station, and we're going to build. I was going to build some defense stations at each of these space, at least in each of these where the mining asteroids. I'm sorry, asteroids. There you go, crystalline asteroids, where they're located. For the sake of my mind's not working right now. It's really funny. I was doing fine. Now my brain's just kind of flipping out on me. But yeah, I need some defense stations right here because some creatures are going to populate after I start mining those systems. So I need to be ready for those things. I hope what I'm building right here is going to be strong enough to kind of combat them. It's going to be mostly point defense. We're going to have like point defense and lasers and little fighters to kind of just destroy those things as they surface. I was thinking about building some fortresses, but fortresses are really expensive. Fortresses cost like a K of minerals, and I'm not going to invest that in this system strictly because I'm going to probably delete these things as soon as the crisis itself is over. What I don't like, actually, I might not have a choice on this matter. Now that I think about it, I might not have a choice on this matter. I just realized that you can only build so many in one system. They in a recent update, unfortunately, they increased the distance that military stations can be close to each other. So before you could like put them a lot closer to each other, but now you can't because people were using it to. What am I doing here? I'll just do it right through. I'll just do it in the middle here. Fighters 3 class. I'm just gonna put that right here. There we go. I'm gonna have to put it in the middle, and then put another one. This one right here will defend both of these. Then I'll have one right here. That will put that right there. Then I'll have one. That'll be right here. Great. And now I can unpause, and we'll send that guy to work, and he's going to build those 3 fortresses. 1, 2, 3. Again, I hate to expend our resources on that, but when you think about it, what I'm getting the payoff here is that I'm going to get 38 minerals per month out of this one system. So I guess it's, you know, in the end, you know, what I'm doing is just trying to save myself some hassle, but it's going to pay off in the end. It's going to pay off. Because once he's finished with that, he's going to build mining stations. So, and one other thing I'm really kind of interested in doing is once I'm finished with these crystalline creatures, once they do what they're going to do, they're going to attack us. But once they attack us, once I clear this problem, I think I might build a habitat station right here. I'm going to build a habitat station that's going to orbit the gas giant, and it's going to be kind of cool because then we're going to have an outpost that's just going to be directly where we can just kind of shoot them from there into this region of space, and they'll also have sort of an administrative authority over just maintaining the mining stations. And this is kind of an RP thing. Really, I mean, it's not really necessary to do that, but just for the sake of, you know, like just playing the role, I mean, I figure, like, if you had a planet and you have the technology to do it, you build the orbital outposts, orbital habitat around a planet like that, and then you oversee, you know, all the mining stations. That's pretty much where all the miners would live. They will live in a habitat like that, and then each day of work, they leave there and they go to their different mining station units. And the mining stations probably have like habitable, like rooms and housing and all that kind of stuff. But it would still be nice to have like some sort of like a habitat here to sort of somewhere they can go and they can have their families and they can do all that stuff. Okay, the Kavira. Into a non-aggression pact with the Kasam Confederate. Nice. That's good.
Construction complete.
It makes sense that they would do that, considering their weakened state. Wow, they really... Their war philosophy is what the issue is. Dislikes. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, well. That's gonna change. And once our trust builds, then this will take some time for trust to build. But I say in about 10 years, they'll be at 100 trust with us, and maybe with our allies, and anything else that kind of comes up along the way, they'll probably join us some. But actually, last episode I was talking about building a fleet. And so that's kind of where we go from here, is trying to figure out where we're going to build what kind of fleet we're going to build. Are these guys on the move? They're on the move. Okay, and I've got this fleet right here. So what did I build last time? I built, so I've got 2 battleships. I've got 15 cruisers, 10 corvettes. I think I was talking about building a lot more corvettes. And I figured that might be overkill. So what I'll do is I think I'm going to build like 25 destroyers and 50 more corvettes. Actually, you know what? To keep this an even number, let's see. Actually, no, they could build 50. I'll do 50 more corvettes. And then I'll kind of split those corvettes in half and put some of them in this and some of them in this. And then I'll kind of, but the destroyers 28. And I just want to make a separate fleet that's just, two fleets are equally powerful. And I also want to make sure that, I'm just going to pause this very quickly. Okay. I just realized that I'm capped out on energy, so if you're going to go ahead when we do with that energy again, and I'm just going to check a few things with the energy. First, I'm just going to make sure that we let's see, how is our organize a festival across worlds. Okay, so I guess the festival thing is, the time has passed on that. Patron of Arts. We're Patron of Arts, we don't have the festival anymore. So I want to do the festival again. Organize festival. It boosted happiness by 15%. Ooh, it cost us influence. Minus 100 influence. Never mind. No deal. No, I'm not going to give up any influence. I can't do that right now. But actually, I just spent 30 influence to build another frontier outpost over here. The reason I did that is because I figured while I'm in this space, I might as well take advantage of my terraforming abilities, and I'm going to terraform a tomb world into a habitable world. It's going to be a size 10. It's not going to be very big, but it'll have some uses. But primarily, I wanted to capitalize. I wanted to take this neutronium ore that's in this space, and then also they got a little bit of engineering research. So there's neutronium stars over there. Neutronium stars, there's neutron stars. Neutron stars are where we get the neutronium, and so I just wanted to, grab those while I still can. I want to grab them before these guys can grab them because they're over here, and this is right next to their space. And once I build the frontier outpost right here, we're also going to get the neutronium in this system as well. And we'll get some more minerals. So I figure while I'm in this area, I might as well do that. And I also I'm going to colonize both of those planets later on in the future, and just kind of work our way. Eventually, I'll fill those planets, and then I'll make them their own sector. Yep. And yeah, I know I was trying to get rid of frontier outposts so I could increase my influence, but that's just a temporary thing. It's a tactical thing, really. Once I finish, once this planet finishes terraforming, I'll definitely remove that outpost right there. And then I'll increase the number of planets I can control by 2, and then I'll relinquish that frontier outpost right there and colonize that world. But I'm trying to move in that direction. I'm trying to get as much accomplished here as I can with the influence that I'm getting before I do the things I'm going to do. But anyway, so about the energy surplus is going to go to my trading arrangements. So let's see, I've got this guy's at 72. I'm going to put this guy up. Price of minerals. Boom shakalaka. And boom shakalaka. Why not? There we go. So that made up for now we're at 23k. And so now it's fleet building time, and I'm just gonna quickly, before I make these ships, I'm just gonna tell you what I'm gonna be doing, because we've got a lot of ship designs and a lot of station designs, and there's so many options for what I could do that sometimes I get kind of carried away. Since we have railguns now, the kinetic weapons. I figure I have a ship designs for that just in case I feel the need to use them. I have a ship focused on disruptors. I haven't used many ships with disruptors, so I figure I'm gonna start punching those in there because depending on who we go against, I can always a drought. Cooperation. Give them what they ask for. An unstable climate on cooperation has resulted in a severe drought that affects a significant portion of the moon. Ooh, wow. Colonists living in those regions have asked Iora for financial aid to provide living conditions. Give them what they asked for. Obviously, yes. Why wouldn't I? It would be crazy if I didn't give them what they asked for. And I'll help them out any way I can. So I'm gonna use resilience for my corvettes, and also I'm gonna match the resilience and the freedom, and I'm also gonna toss in some of the honor because they've got the torpedoes. So I'm gonna use those three, and I'm gonna probably I'll probably do, let's see, this is honor. This is this. I'll do 15, 15, and actually no, I'll do 20 of this and then 15 of each of these. That'll be a total of 50. Because I'm gonna split the resilience between fleets, I believe. So yeah. So there we go here. Dun, 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 dun. And what I'm gonna do here is also where's the sapid? Sapid's right here. Sapid's right here. And where's the other sapid? Great. I'm gonna make sapid one of my rally points. So now I'm gonna have 2 rally points. I'm gonna have Iora and loyalty. The reason I'm doing that is because actually I'm gonna do 15 resilience, and I'm gonna plug them into this fleet. And because this fleet's closer to resilience, all the other ships that I create are gonna go towards Iora, and then those ships I create in the sapid system are gonna go primarily just to sapid, just so and that'll give me kind of some control over where my ships go. So they're not all bunched into one fleet, going into one place. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. And I'll start with these first. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then resourceful. I'll do some honor too for this for that one fleet right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So we got those out the way. So this is going to be the corvettes first for that fleet. Do I need any destroyers in this fleet? No, I think I'm good at destroyers for now. I'll probably build 3 more cruisers later on so I can kind of even out these numbers. But for right now, that'll work for this. And then for the other fleet, which is in Iora, I will build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Rixum system. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So pretty much, I'm making 25 of those, I guess. And then the rest, the Rixum. This one is going to be honor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Parsecs is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the rest is going to go to the what's the freedom class? Not the freedom class. Is it freedom class? I've got too many classes. Seriously. Oh yeah, it is freedom class. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so both of these are going to make freedom class ships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I might retire the Dignity class. Dignity is important, obviously, but those are lasers, and while I like gamma lasers, the laser technology isn't quite as effective as, say, the plasmas. Only thing that's different, one major difference is that the lasers fire at a faster rate. So it's nice when you can fire more shots, and they have better tracking. So if you're going up against corvettes, it's good to have better tracking. But anyway, let's see, the trap system right here and right here don't even actually have anything yet, so I'm not going to focus on those right now. Actually, no, I will actually. What I'm going to do is they're already there, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build engineering bay, corvette, and destroyer. There we go, get that there, and the trap system can start to do the same things. And start to build up corvette, destroyer. There we go. And then we're going to build some destroyers. Speaking of that, support. Okay, so yeah, the support system's definitely cranked out max on everything. That's wonderful, so I can actually build some cruisers and battleships over there as well. I have some somewhat smart militaristic plotting here, because I clearly saw that this was way out here. This is eventually, if I make this a sector, this will be the capital. And so I have that three planet system there. And I've got it maxed out, so I've got a good military front here, so I can build ships and send them out this way if I wanted to. So that's good. That's good. What I might do actually is I might send my vigilance fleet. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. I'll keep them right where they are. I was thinking about sending them over here, but I won't. Engineering, so let's see. Crew quarters, engineering bay, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. I'm doing crew quarters and engineering bay. You don't see crew quarters of many of my my starports, but I figure since I've got my largest fleet in orbit, crew quarters helps reduce the ship upkeep. So while they're not out there, doing blowing stuff up, while they're in orbit, they have crew quarters, and also their it'll just cost less to keep them in orbit. Mega cannon. Sounds pretty good to me now that I have this kinetic tech. That is pretty neat, actually. I wasn't expecting to get that so soon. What if there's a... Oh. I'm not gonna say no to a mega cannon, so... There we go. How can you say no to a mega cannon? Hold on, let me pause this for a second. Was there a strike-craft attack speed? I almost want to get this more than a mega cannon, and here's why. I use mostly. Wow, that's 92 to 300 damage. I'm gonna be using strikecraft a lot more, so them moving at a faster pace, faster speed would mean that they would get there sooner. Because sometimes you're waiting around for them to get there. And a lot of your fleet's dwindling by the time they get there, at least for the corvettes. But mega cannon really does sound nice. I am studying arc emitters, but their cooldown time is a lot. Actually, no, arc emitters is better though, because they affect multiple targets. And that'll be great for dismantling my my opposing fleets. But let's see, this one does. I mean, it's tracking 0, which is pretty sad, so it can't go up against smaller opponents. But it'll take out battleships. It'll take out cruisers. It's got magnificent range. It's got 90% accuracy. It ignores 50% of armor. Does good shield damage. Both of these are really good. This I already have. I already have strike craft, so it's hard for me to decide on those kind of things. But I'm gonna go with mega cannon just because it's a mega cannon. Timeout on the Rockchillock Union's research agreement. So I've got to go back here and Rockchillock Union. There you go. There. I'm going to keep this research agreement going with these guys. And I always find it funny, like, I mean, I think it's kind of funny that our research agreements always cost so much. Like, how are they? I guess because they're smaller. I mean, we're large, so it makes sense that it would cost us a lot more for research. But it costs so much. We have to keep bribing everybody. I feel like how's everyone getting so far ahead of us on research? Especially considering how much effort I put into. And I mean, I've been so research focused. I'm not sure how anyone's so far ahead of us. Oops. Let me just take this back. And let's see. Let's take that one. Okay. So for 30 years, I'll toss them 1,000 minerals, and there we go. There you go. So they agree. So they're inferior in everything else, but they're equivalent in technology. So I need to start focusing on research more. I realize because we should be ahead of everybody. There's no reason for us not to be ahead of everyone in research. But I was very Unity focused. Maybe that's my problem. I've been so Unity focused because we're at plus 117 for food. And we've got all these mineral stations and all these power plants, but this planet doesn't have a single research station on there, research facility. So I've got to bump up our research. Complete. There we go. I've got to bump up everything on this planet. I can do that too. Upgrade this first, then upgrade this. We're doing pretty. I mean, yeah. It's really cool that at this point, just about all of our planets are upgraded to their cap. And it's also really nice not having to worry about
construction complete.
Ooh, that's good. So all of my Corvettes are finished in production. That's good. One thing I like about not using sectors is that I'm getting all of my minerals and all of my energy. I'm not giving a sector like 25% of our resources. So it's very beneficial for me to have. Let's see. It's very beneficial for me to sort of micromanage as opposed to give away 25% of our resources. Honestly, on the next planet, I don't even need to build farms. I think I'm done building farms. As much as I like storing up Unity, I can do that with something else now. So the next planets I build are going to be research focused, totally research focused, because research and energy focused. Because we're doing good on minerals. I mean, the larger our fleet gets, eventually that's going to be an issue. But let's see, climate restoration, clone commandos, empire leader capacity. Let's see, max influence from factions, leader recruitment cost minus 20%. The collective self. This actually doesn't look bad. Recruitment cost minus 5%. That's kind of sad. Uplift. Again, it would be kind of cool to have uplift, but I haven't met a species that needed to be uplifted.
Complete.
I'm just gonna quickly look at species and showing empire species, showing galaxy species. So I'm looking for Used to be able to tell who was a primitive, who was not really who is a subsentient species. I guess it doesn't show me a subsentient species. Presentient, not subsistence, presentient species. I don't know which species is presentient. Maybe we haven't encountered them yet. But in that case, it'll be a waste of our research to go the route. I'm going to get the clone commandos. That works for me. Because that's going to take 10 months. Then maybe I'll get another piece of research that'll be pretty good for us. So all of my fleets are en route to their different destinations. Look at that! Wow. I've got some food cooking here, so it's very possible soon I'm gonna have to just kind of end this game because I can smell it. I think it's done. It smells like it's done. So that's gonna be that. How are we doing on our frontier outposts? Boom. Okay, that is great. This is inner space. It's just out of our space. Wow, I thought that was gonna be closer than it is. Too bad. But anyway, now that we're here, let's build some mining stations. Let's build some research stations. Let's build research station, and let's build those there. Okay. So we're. How do these guys feel about us being their neighbors? And this end, they're like, oh, they're insulted. Okay, they're still upset about being insulted. Rivaling us, closed borders. Yeah, whatever. Border friction minus 66. Okay. I'm not trying to get them to declare war on us.
Construction complete.
But I am happy that they're at negative 24 for war score against the Inthari. They like that we have mutual rivals, but they also don't like that we're allied with the rivals, so that kind of empties that out. They're pathetic, and inferior in technology. Okay, that's good. If these guys weren't materialists, xenophobes, maybe we could work something out with those guys, but at this rate, I wonder what they're aiming for. What are they trying to get from these guys? They're probably going to try to take this world or take this world. If they do, they would pretty much hold this. Or they're probably just trying to get this system because this is so close to their space. But look at this. So this is this other fleet over here is at 16.3K. And I've got this fleet right here, which is I'm just gonna merge them.
Complete.
So sap it, and this one, I'm going to merge those. Boop. So they're gonna go out. They're gonna follow the Vigilance fleet. And these guys are gonna have a special fleet name. What am I gonna call them? I'm gonna call them Inspiration Fleet. No, actually not Vigilance. Actually, Vigilance. Because let's be more aggressive, more sort of more urgent, more militaristic name for a fleet. So I'm gonna go with let's call them the Liberty Fleet. A Liberation Fleet, more like a. Because, man, that's what we do. We do liberation wars. So there we go, the Liberation Fleet. Pa-pam. That's good. It's good. So now we've got a lot of fleet power here. But look at this. Look at this naval capacity right here. We still haven't even touched our naval capacity. So we need at least 200 more fleet power, ship naval capacity users before we're at our mark. We're a little over halfway there. So number one, that's good. It's really funny and really cool. On the other end, that's just like, okay, what do I do now? But we still got 14K. So that's where I start to think about destroyers, because I said I was going to make some destroyers. So let's see. What are these guys doing? They have, let's see, they have 0 destroyers.
Construction complete.
So I'm going to give them 20 to work with. And then these guys have 28 destroyers. So I'm thinking I might give them 2 more, just to kind of balance things out a little bit. Let's see what these guys do. How many cruisers do they have? Corvettes? They have a lot of Corvettes. They have more Corvettes than we do at our major fleet. I might have to balance it out with Corvettes a little bit more. Actually, no, wait, no. The 15 is still going over there. After the 15 gets there, it's going to be 36. So I might have to. I'm not going to worry about that. That's just a minuscule. What I do need to do is create more cruisers. So I'm going to make more cruisers for my major fleet. We found. Yeah, I don't care about that right now. So there we go. Those guys merged. So we're at 20.9K for this fleet, which is pretty awesome.
Construction complete.
But I'm gonna build some more battleships and cruisers for these guys here. For this one, I'm gonna build a lot of destroyers. So I'm gonna build 25
Construction complete.
destroyers. Yeah, I'm gonna build 25 destroyers for this fleet.
Construction
That
complete.
sounds good to me. 25. Now, which destroyer am I going to use? Since I'm going to do 25, I can easily do a good mix. So we got the Brawler, which is point defense and railguns. I feel like I'm going to do something that's going to be kind of a mix. I like the Ultraism. The Ultraism is it's got point defense and it's got plasma cannons. So it's got small, but they've got so I'm gonna do a lot of these, the destroyers. I'm gonna see. So I was gonna do 25, so I think I'll do 10 of these, and then there's gotta be a medium large weapon here. I might have to change this ship design because this isn't really useful anymore. So let's see. That's okay. I'm gonna make this one a large plasma cannon. There we go. And then boo, bump, bump, bump. There we go. That balanced that out. Yes. So all my cruisers are gonna be upgraded too. But I don't really have many destroyers anyway, so but I'm going to build the rest of those Corvettes. I'm in Courageous. So wait, no, let me go back there. And what did I say I was going to do? So I was going to do I'll do like I'm going to do 25 total. So I'll do 10 Altruism, 10 Courage, and then
Construction complete.
10 Might. I feel like that's heavy on plasmas, but that's what we do. So Altruism, Might, and Courage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and whoa, actually that one's okay. This one has the destroyers. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Patience. Has okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. How about you guys? Okay, so they've got it. So that was oops. My bad. I gotta pause this bad boy. I just realized what I did there. I did that one, this one, and this one. That's too many altruism. I'm just gonna cancel that out. It's supposed to be 10 of each. So there's gonna be 10 of the altruism, and then Did I say courage? I said courage, right? I think I said courage. Yeah, I gotcha. This episode's going too long. So it's like, you're killing me here. Courage. There we go. Yep, a courage. That's what it was. So we got 10 courage for this planet. Well, she will not. Let's see. Courage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then the last ships, Escalon is going to do 5 of the. What was that? The might. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So now we're down to 7K. And so I can. Let's see. I'll invest that in making some cruisers for this one. I'll do 3 cruisers. I'll do 1 on each of these Sapid. Let's see. So let's see. Cruisers. Let's take a gander at what cruisers I have. I can smell the food, so that's another thing I have to do here. Is just get that going here. Chivalry, Liberty. I do feel kind of silly that I don't have any laser weapons, but none of my ships have lasers right now. But let's see. Audacity sounds good. Fighter. The fighter class actually sounds like a good idea to me, mostly because oops, I've got to upgrade the Gauss cannons though. There we go. So I'll do the fighter class. Do I do 3 of those? They've got these. They've got point defense. They've got they've got torpedoes too. The fighter is kind of a combination class. It's got like a variety of different things going on at one time. So I think I'll do 2 fighters and 1 chivalry class. So where are the fighters right here? 1. You know what? I'll do more than that. I'll just do 5 fighters. I like the fighters. The fighters are good. So, I'll just do 2 of that one on this world, and then 2 fighters on this world. Where's that? Oops, right down here. 1, 2. And then up here, loyalty, we'll do the chivalry class. We'll do 1, 2, 3 of those. Cool. And that kind of puts us at the 17K mark. So after doing that, wow, we're kind of maxed out on our energy again. But I'm going to put that to good use because we're going to start terraforming this tomb world. Terraform, and it's going to cost us a heavy penny here. Let's do Arctic world. Arctic world sounds good. Boom Jagalaka. Great. So it's going to take some time on that one. It's going to take a little more than 10 years for that one. Actually, no, it won't. Yeah, well, actually, well, it'll take twice the amount of time. Yeah, that will. Well, it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take 20 years for that one. Wow. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Until next time, actually, I'm just going to let this kind of sit for a second here, let time pass by. You can kind of watch if you want to. I have to grab this food. Actually, nope, I'll end it here. Hope you all have a wonderful day. God be with you.